What's going on, everybody? KingofDragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Bandai Power Rangers Legacy Collection, the Pink Ranger from the new Power Rangers movie. Now here we do have the Pink Ranger in the packaging. Really happy I found her in stores. Well, Toys R Us is a Toys R Us exclusive. She does come with two pieces to the Megazord, and I don't know if those are the wings or what, but we'll get more into that when we get her out of the packaging. Really loving the packaging. Each Ranger has their own unique packaging, so I really do like that. On the back we don't have a read-up, we just have the image of the fully constructed Megazord, as well as other figures of this line, which include the Red Ranger, Pink Ranger, Blue Ranger, Yellow Ranger, Black Ranger, and Alpha 5. Getting all 6 of these figures do give you the Megazord. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to get this girl out of the packaging and then we'll go on to the rest of her review. So sit tight, everyone. And so here we have the Pink Ranger posing out of the packaging. Before we get on to the figure, let's actually show off her accessories. Her only accessories are the wings of the Megazord. Now, the more and more I'm getting this guy put together, the more and more I'm getting depressed looking at it. Yeah, I'm just not looking forward to putting this thing together. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the realization I discovered with the Red Ranger, but more on that later. She does come with the wings to the Megazord. So I'm moving those off to the side, and that's it. She does not come with a power sword. She doesn't come with anything, which is really, really disappointing, seeing as how Red Ranger did come with that power sword, and it would have been nice if each Ranger came with one, and unfortunately that isn't the case, but we do have Kimberly here, the Pink Ranger. And I have to say, I kind of like the female figures a little more than I like the male figures, and they don't have double jointed elbows, I'm already letting you know that now, but they do have bicep swivel, so that is a really good thing on them. You can obviously tell that it is a female figure. I mean, let's bring out Red Ranger so you can see what I mean. You can see how bulky Red Ranger is compared to how slender Pink Ranger is. I don't know if it's that drastic, but these are really stylized, and I kind of like that. I don't know why I'm a sucker for really stylized figures. Maybe that's why I like the Legacy Collection so much. But anyway, she does suffer from some of the same problems Red Ranger does, and unfortunately all the Rangers suffer from it. And that's lack of paint. Paint goes a long way, especially when you have as much detail on these figures as you already do. Like with Red Ranger, she is missing some silver paint right here on her leg, and probably some on the foot. I haven't gone back to look at that. And then the silver just seems to like cut off right here. Maybe it should go further back, and I know there should be silver on the neck. That's prominent on every single Ranger, that all of them are missing the silver right here on the neck. Which is a little unfortunate because these guys have a lot of detail, which I really do like that Bandai went out of their way to give us such detailed figures. And you can see they didn't follow the sculpt on Pink Ranger. It is really smooth there. It even breaks up the sculpt there. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, you can see her armor doesn't continue like it does on Red Ranger, and it's the same way on Trini, so all the females have the same problem, that the sculpt under their ab crunch doesn't continue, which is a bit unfortunate. And the ab crunch on mine is a little loose now. It might be a reoccurring problem just on the mold, because my Yellow Ranger suffers from the same articulation issue, and you'll see that on her review, but I think her knee is a little loose, which kind of sucks. But anyway, like I said, she does have a lot of detail on her, which is a little unfortunate that we really don't get that unless you look really close up at the figure. So let's zoom in on Kimberly here. You can see the helmet is really well done. And just the amount of detail on the helmet, you can see her glass is actually angled. It's not just one smooth part, and I really do like that. And then we do have the silver accents right here for the pterodactyl, the silver mouthpiece. Again, a little bit of paint goes a long way, and they just need more paint. I think a little more detail brought out through paint would be much better, but you can see how much detail these figures actually have. I didn't cover this with Red Ranger, but the blue is really nicely painted. It kind of has like a white center to it, and then it goes into a darker blue, which is really nice. You can see the morpher is really well detailed. Everything on this figure looks nice. I just wish that it had more paint detail. I might actually just go and give all of them like a black wash to just highlight some of those details, because as it stands, they're kind of plain on their own, but again, that's not taking away from the figures. I will point out that all these little crevices, they look really nice on all the Rangers, but again, they get lost when you look at the figure from a distance. They just get lost in translation, which is a little unfortunate, because I would have preferred these to be really detailed and all these little crevices to be brought out through like either wash or dry brushings. So huge problem on Bandai's part that they didn't put more effort into these figures. So let's move on to Kimberly's articulation. Moving the camera back a little, and sorry about the train. She does have a ball hinge in the neck. You can see her neck, she can look up, down, left and right, side to side. Just like Jason, no head bobble, which is a little unfortunate. Arms go out to about that far, which it does cover the sculpt, so that's really nice. But then you move her arms out and it kind of breaks up this sculpt, which is unfortunate. It's like you have to have her arms at the perfect point to hide that gap. But yeah, arms on a baldric go out to about that far. They do a full 360. Bicep cut right here, not really a bicep swivel, but she does have rotation up here, single jointed in the elbow. And just like with Jason, she has a ball hinge wrist, so if you want to have her with an up and down hinge, you can do that. Or you can turn the joint and give her an in and out hinge, which you don't see that on domestic figures, and I really do like that Bandai did that with these figures. She does have an ab crunch, which as you see, it's kind of loose on mine. Waist swivel, which does break up the sculpt, unfortunately. They should really have implemented a diaphragm joint on all the Rangers just so that you don't break up that sculpt, but it's neither here nor there at this point. Legs kick out to about that far. Don't go back because of the sculpt. Go out to about that far, which is a little more limited than the Red Ranger. She has a thigh swivel, double hinge in the knee, so you do get double jointed knees for Kimberly here. Then we do get an ankle joint, which works really well. Actually better than the male Rangers. I didn't even notice that at first. And then we do have a hinge rocker ankle, but it doesn't really rock side to side. It just moves at a vertical angle, which you're not going to be able to do much with that joint, unfortunately. But that's Kimberly for you. So what I'm going to do now is get her posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up her review. So sit tight, everyone. So here we have Kimberly posed for my final thoughts, and overall, she's a really nice figure. She does suffer from a little bit of quality control issues. Just from handling the figure and getting her posed for my final thoughts, the knees actually got really loose, so it is a pain standing her now, which is a little unfortunate because I think she's the only one that this has happened to, and thankfully she is kind of a peg warmer in my area, although the Legacy Collection movie Rangers are exclusive to Toys R Us, so if you're looking for the Legacy Rangers, you do have to go to Toys R Us to pick them up. Now, do I think they're worth the pickup? Yes and no. As I've said with Red Ranger, they look best together. So if you have all 5 Rangers, you're going to want to have each of them. But if you're only picking 1 or 2 up, you're probably going to be disappointed with them. Luckily, I was able to find all of them at Toys R Us. But at the time I bought them, they were having a buy one, get one 50% off. So I really only paid for half of them at full price. Everything else was half off. They do run regularly $19.99, which is a fair price for a 6-inch figure. If you can find this figure and you're a fan of the movie or really like this design, you're going to want to pick her up. And I'm not going to lie, this design has actually grown on me. I wasn't too thrilled about the Iron Rangers at first, but you know, the design's growing on me. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap up my review here. So, do I recommend the Legacy Pink Ranger? Yes, if you're collecting the whole line. And with that being said, I'm KingofDragons 5000 saying don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, go check out all my other Legacy Ranger collections, all my other figure reviews. If there's an action figure you guys would like to see me review, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. And if it fits in my collection, I'll do my best to show it off for you guys. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone. My dream.